I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time, and at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
T.J.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up
a good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
Tannehill's pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
James Conner, the Steeler ball carrier.
The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 10 carries, 62. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Derrick Henry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Bud.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now here's Johnson. 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Henry. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Number 20.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
He was brought down by Avery Williamson. 2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun with Henry. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
The ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
26-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
6-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good... Number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did, but there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
On the move to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good for a 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the 47.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
23 yards to pick up there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again to Henry. Tannehill now on the option left. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Stephon Tuitt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Anthony Firkser.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 2nd and 11. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try and run with their fullback.
The fullback carries on the draw.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
When the team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 24 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Johnson now returning. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play in a quick strike.
Out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Ben Roethlisberger's sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Eric Ebron. A gain of 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tannehill down to throw. Over the middle to Smith. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops, a tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
To number 80.
Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
A loss of a yard.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. it's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing the second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Run down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. And quick throw here. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Titan offense is running away with this one.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with counter.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gain of 3 on the play. First down.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
The pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Tannehill getting this complete to Smith.
Tannehill's pass complete to
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll buy some time right. For right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A give to the fullback on the dive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. In our game has been Ryan Tannehill, who's had the hot hand in the first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down now. It's Connor, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
On the carry. The tackle made by Harold Landry.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
He's across midfield.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And That will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pass complete to number 88.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Titans take over first and 10.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go first and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
A gain of 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
7-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
He's brought down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bud Dupree. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
It's one of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 26. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Steelers.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for 2nd in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Desmond King there on the coverage.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
On first down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Derrick Henry. That's good.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Derrick Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play out.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back. And start over and rebuild that confidence.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he connects with Ebron. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Henry. A solid stiff arm. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
on second down. Here's Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Tennessee.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was tackled at
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll run with Henry. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith.
Tannehill's pass.
And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20.
It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
And now out come the Steelers. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
16 yards.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good catch by Deontay Johnson, and he really helped fill a void during his rookie season when he had 59 catches that led the team, and he was first among all rookie receivers last season as well. Not bad for the 10th wide receiver selected in the 2019 draft. Really good play. Expects to continue to get better in this Pittsburgh offense.
Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
Eluding the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Roethlisberger buying time to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Chris Boswell.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it again with Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Henry on the carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, Henry. And he won't be close. Let's do a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Mike Hilton.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Roethlisberger. He'll try and run it. And out of bounds right around the 20. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Vince Williams.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. This is Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
On the handoff.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He's tackled at...
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, it's Henry, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Henry on the carry.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put. And now here is another interception, picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Roethlisberger's pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Henry. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
It's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-white. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day.